So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part one of this final year project formatting proposal. This is a recording as much for myself as it is for my dear viewers, because in case I forget how to do this in the future, this will remind me. Because Word is one of the most difficult things to wrangle around. So you might see this nicely formed table of contents I took an hour to curate. So this is done with correct margins first of all. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pull up an empty document. So the first thing you want to do with your new document is, I'm not going to teach you how to do the title page today. I'm going to go straight to the main issue, which is table of contents. I trust that you are of a sufficient skill level to do the title page. It shouldn't be that hard. But if it's that hard, please drop a comment below and I will do my best to make a tutorial about that if you need it. So, what you want to do in your new document, you want to make sure that it is centered, you want to make sure that it is Times New Roman, it is number 12, it is bolded, and it is running double spacing, because line spacing should be double except for title and summary pages single spacings. This is the table of contents page. So we're going to write table of content, and we're not going to get absolutely annihilated. So we're going to make sure that it's no longer in bold, and you're going to want to insert just the longest x by 2 by something table that you can find. So insert table, and highlight all of this, right click, insert, rows below, and you just double that because you're going to need quite a lot of cells. So first of all, you're going to see table of contents, bit of space, title and front cover. That's what we're going to write here. But before we do that, we're going to take all the columns on the left here, we're going to highlight them. We're going to go to home. We're going to make sure they're skewed to the left, align left. And then we're going to take the page number thingy, and then we're going to drag it all the way here. So next thing you want to do before you start actually writing is you want to adjust the margins according to what it says here. Top bottom right margins to 25 millimeters wide, left margin 30 millimeter wide. These are not default settings, ladies and gentlemen. These are not default settings when you're working in Microsoft Word. So on the right, it's already set at 2 At the right, it's set at, this is a bit sus. Alright, so never mind. At the right, this is 0 indent. This is 1. This is 2. This is 2.5. Okay, nice. It's set at 2.5 to the right already. So now, ladies and gentlemen, this is fantastic auto clipping. I do not know how you're disabling auto. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. So you can see the measurements appear on the top of the page. So what you want to do in order to trigger those measurements appearing, you want to click on the right indent button, click and hold down your mouse button, and then you want to press Alt on your keyboard. And you want to drag it gently until you reach 2.5 centimeters if Microsoft Word will let you. So this is where I absolutely despise the Microsoft software, because they think they're smarter than you and they think that they can make these tiny little jumps that I do not understand. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try to mess around until we can get 2.5 centimeters. If we can't get 2.5 centimeters, I'm not very sure what I'm supposed to do. So now we're going to try to adjust the right margin. You're going to click and hold that, press Alt, and drag it until it's 2.5 centimeters. Alright. Come on. Microsoft Word. I know you can do this. Come on. I want 2.5, not 2.55. Not in between. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this is quite a struggle. Sometimes you just have to settle for 2.55. Please let me know if you know a way how to get this. Yes, double click, ladies and gentlemen, on the margin. I should have done this earlier. Alright, so top is 2.5. Left is 3. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm learning at the same time as you are. Set everything to 2.5, got the position, don't touch that. Everything 2.5, apply to whole document. Margins 2.5, 3, 0, 2.5, 2.5, left. Okay. Now these have been dialed in. You no longer have to worry about manually dragging these sliders up and down. Next time, just double click this bar here because I'm a big dum-dum and I didn't Google it before this. So, okay, next step. So you want to make sure that you want to write down like title and front cover. So you want to click here. You want to make sure that whatever you're writing here, it's in double spacing. Yes, that's correct. So you want to caps lock and title and oh, no caps lock, my bad. Title and front cover. You know, and press tab, and that's I. So when you want to do lowercase letters, like when you're typing this I out, you don't want to just immediately press tab to get out of there, because then it will capitalize the I. You want to make sure that when you're typing, just press I. That's a small normal lowercase I. Then you just press the right arrow key or the down arrow key, whichever one applies best. That will skip you to outside the cell. Press it again to skip you back into the next cell on the bottom left of it. And so I'm not going to run through all the table of contents and whatnot. I'm going to go straight to the literature review because that's the next hardest part. So let's say that 2.0. Don't forget to bold all of this, ladies and gentlemen. So you just highlight only this end and you bold it up. So title and front cover is bolded. Then you want to do 2.0 literature review. Then, so what about the headings? So now you want to go in here. You want to click this. You want to adjust this 1.0 spacing. When you click enter, you can then adjust the margin on the top here, the first line indent, to just after the L. So taking an L here. So this will unfortunately have to be manual. So you can get heading 1. Press enter and then change it to roughly here, just over the D of the heading, and then sub heading 1, press enter again, sub heading 2. So now that you have these, you want to go ahead, Control C, so that you don't have to do that all over again. Press enter and Control V. Control V. Oh no, never mind. You have to press enter again and then Control V. Press enter again, Control V. Press enter again, Control V. So now at the last heading, at the last subheading, you want to change. You want to just put your cursor at the end here, and you want to click here. You want to go change the spacing to 2.0, and make sure that the spacing here for the page numbers is set to 1.0, because that way you'll be able to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they will be in line. Look at that, and look at that. They will be in line. So because this is all spacing 1.0, you have to change this to spacing 1.0 as well. Now you can continue. So you don't have to duplicate all of that work. All you have to do is just Control C, the literature review, Control V, and then whoops, I messed up the subheading and I pressed, oh, I broke it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this can happen sometimes. If it does happen, you want to click here and you want to just manually adjust so that it goes back to where it belongs. And you want to change this to 3.0, materials and methods. And yeah, don't forget to change this to 1.0 spacing. Don't forget to highlight this so that it's not bold anymore. Same with this. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering, how am I supposed to get rid of the table? So, with this table, you want to highlight everything, and I mean everything. Highlight this properly. In this version of Microsoft Word, there will be a table tools. I cannot vouch for other different versions of Microsoft Word. So you want to click on the table design and you want to click on the borders here. You want to select no border. So all of this is now invisible. So now if I come over here, I'll have to pause this for a moment to stop doxing myself to change it from dark mode to bright mode. Prepare your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. So now that we've switched to dark mode, from dark mode to light mode, you can see that this is effectively invisible. This is now an invisible table because what we've done is we've made the borders all no border. So instead of, for example, something like this, where this would be the run of the mill, we've changed it to no border, which makes it invisible. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, quick disclaimer. I'm not sure whether this is a legal method. I'm not sure whether this is canon or just not applicable, because this is a workaround that I've devised. It might be accurate, it might not be accurate. Use at your own risk, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for coming. I'll see you next time. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tutorial, because there will be a few more. Oh yeah. So don't forget to check the description, because soon I will update a file with all these things inside that you can use as a sort of template to do your FYP. So now the thing is, the template is not complete as of this video's release date. So it might be, it might not be in the description. I apologize. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you next time.